Can y'all hear me? Hello? Why am I? Sorry, my usual headphones are not showing up on the microphone settings. This is annoying. All right, I guess I can't walk around. I'll just have to do it this way, which I do not like. But anyways,
Morning.
hey man, how are you?
Good.
Good to hear. All right, yeah, so hopefully everyone did okay yesterday. I wasn't around. Didn't really look through the day much, I'll be honest. But yeah, let's see how today goes. So let me get my my screen shared. Where is everything? And can people see now? Wait, actually, I'm curious. Is the audio better or worse than usual?
That was the same.
It's the same? Okay. Because I'm using a different input. If it's the same, then all good. Let's see how many survey answers do we have? All right, we pushed past 300. Okay, sick. That's what I was hoping for. All right, so again, before I... Oh, screen share is better? The screen share should be the same. That's interesting. Yeah, again, reminder, like later, I'll probably do it around lunchtime. Like right before I hop off, we'll do like the free month up pro. We'll see how that goes. Hello, everyone. Hope everyone's doing okay. SPY negative VEX 545. Wait, what? Is that a typo, Josiah? Oh, 545. What? Yeah, I don't have my strikes all the way up. Hold up. Do I have all this? 545. How are you even why are you even looking down there?
He's just trolling. It was something he posted on X yesterday.
What the heck?
This 595 on QQQ is gonna be interesting for today. I saw a glitch posted last night, but when we're doing the charting session, it's gonna be pretty interesting. See if it's gonna reverse from there. We continue up.
What are we talking about here? All right. So overnight futures. Let me see. Where are we on NQ? 8 through 12. Okay, so like nothing crazy. Let's say we pushed up a little bit, gapped up a bit. Wait, holy pump. This is what happened yesterday? Holy. All right, so let's see if let me see here. We still have this overnight low. Actually, we have not swept out. So we swept out like this. Oh, it's not even London. It's right before London. But we swept out this low, kind of double bottomed on NQ. Did ES sweep out? No, ES still didn't sweep out 6 p.m. All right, so we still have that overnight low on both. So something you want to watch out for on the downside, and then same with overnight. So we have both overnight high, overnight low to deal with. So we'll see what happens at the open. But definitely a few levels there to watch out for. I don't know. From the charting session, were there any good individual tickers that Joel found?
AMD at 500 was pretty nice.
AMD.
There was one I marked out. CRCL at 65. Those were the only two ones that I remember. I think the rest of them they just all had ceilings, but Those were the two with King Node ceilings.
Got you. Yeah. What's AMD at pre-market? 505. I guess, yeah, if AMD retests this 500-ish. It's a little bit lower, 498. And it says circle.
Well, he said snow, but like snow would be like a top blast.
I mean, it's in the majority of tickers are going to be like that. I'll be honest.
He posted it in his channel if you want to just check that.
Oh, got you. Jules channel. And it makes sense with the kind of push that happened. If there are a ton of ceilings and we just get a little bit of a chiller day, this doesn't surprise me. We'll see though. All right. Sorry, I need to go through and catch up on a few messages. Where's that meme? Oh, there we go. All right. Give me a second here. Sorry, y'all. Yes, I need to figure out like oh, here we go. Anyone running scans on individuals' hardest on Fridays? Yeah. All right, this question's whatever. All right, yeah, I gotta figure out what to fill this this morning part with. Cause I can hop on, like a lot of people are saying, especially people in different shifted time zones in Europe, stuff like that, were saying like, oh, like hop on pre-market. I feel like I hop on and I never know what to talk about, so gotta figure that out. Oh, Sumina, what's up? You there? Yes, Skylit does have live futures data. J-Wang. Am I giving just one winner for this raffle? Yes.
Good morning, my peoples. How are y'all doing?
Here, you know what, Sherpa? If we get to 400 replies, I don't know how we would in this short span, but I'll do 2 winners if we get to 400 replies. So we got to push like 70 more responses. Samina, thanks for joining, man.
Time to make 70 alt accounts just to do this.
Yeah. No, my voice isn't that deep, Rexy. Chill.
He just woke
Bruh.
up, bro. Morning voice.
Can I talk about option contract selection and taking a trade? Yeah, Big Pip. So it's pretty dependent on portfolio size, but like I always tell people between 0.3 0.4 delta is going to give you just like a quick, very simple way to find contracts without spending too much time on it. If you're on the safer side, you can probably go up to like 0.5, but I'll stay between 0.3 0.4. Today's Jack's last day. Yeah, right. I think today's last one, and then next week he's doing what? I don't know, like a personal endeavor.
Yeah, he's going to concert.
If we dip to 740, you're going heavy calls. Let me go look at the maps. Yeah, I mean, we'll see how it reshuffles at the open. Again, like I'll typically give it a bit of time to settle down. Once market opens, I don't like to, just because it can reshuffle big time once we open and all of that happens. So. But we'll see. Yeah, looks like SPX QQQ have some bigger upside nodes.
Yeah, 95 on Qs is pretty nice.
Yeah.
That's my prediction for high day today.
695.
We got there pretty close pre-market. 693.6. There's only like 700 above that 695. Not sure if it'll be enough.
On NQ, that's 28,700.
28,700.
The thing is that it's month end. We haven't closed flat. We haven't closed red in 10 years. Okay, yeah, but those kind of stats will kill you. Like I remember last year, everyone was like, "Oh, September's been red 14 out of 15 years," and then it closed green, right? So I'm not gonna go into the day and base my whole thesis on just past 9 years I've done it. Whoa, Conroy, you're running low on sleep, man. What's up? What's up, Dark Trader?
What's up?
Bro, Nick, we were I got dinner with with Samina yesterday, bro.
We
We're
were
remembering
reminiscing, bro.
We were remembering the metro ride. Straight comedy. What's up, Donnie? Oh man. Yeah.
Tight. Tight.
Bro, I'm scared for next week.
I'm dead, bro. Nah, dude, I don't. We have to see what happens this year, bro.
Bro, I
that
was
moment
told to
can-
watch out for you and Jewel.
That moment
Yeah,
cannot be
you gotta
topped.
careful,
Me and
bro.
Jewel. What do you mean,
I
Jewel?
heard you guys
do?
are bad.
We're bad.
Yeah, did you see
Nah,
the picture of Jewel on the bathroom floor?
There's some baddies.
Wait, what? Jewel on the bathroom floor?
Yo, who has that picture? Someone sent it to Nico.
Bro, so DM me that.
Wait,
Like, this is AI or this is like an actual picture?
Gotta be
You gotta
AI,
see
yeah.
it, bro.
Oh, dude. Okay. See what got me worried.
Yeah, send it to me too. I gotta confirm.
Okay, it is AI. I was gonna say, bro, I've never seen a picture. They were preaching, sell man, go away. There's people getting these statements up. Wait, what? Alan? Wait, Alan, what? Alan was remote. This guy's capping. All right. So 742, 743 is a strong floor. Okay. Yeah, sorry. There's actual questions. Yeah, that could be a floor. 7425 has decent confluence with it. So we'll see if those hold. Even 690 has a small node, so we'll see if that pushes a bit of volume. Yeah, but GXX, I mean, I personally I don't put too much stock in these pre-market levels and then play off of them. I usually I wait 20 minutes, 30 minutes before I actually do anything. So I'll be narrating what I see, but like I'm not going to be trading any of this. I'll be clear. It's just a personal preference. 696 QQQ pivots.
This Tesla 305 looks interesting.
Tesla. Yeah. So it's becoming hit this low. Honestly. Yeah, 305 looks pretty nice. Tesla, I don't know, man. I never trust Tesla is my problem. Even though it does move really well. VIX squeeze. I mean, I don't think so. It looks, we'll see, but VIX doesn't really have any node to bounce off of until 16, so just like don't really have a clear statement on that one. If he's saying pivot, then QQQ has to get there. I mean, there's no certainties. I wouldn't say that. 17 to 18. So VIX is this expiration is not for today, right? So I wouldn't just take that king node as a target on VIX. That might be like the most dangerous thing you can do.
CoreWeave looks kind of capped at 80, rejected that level pre-market, but it does have some potential negative gamma that could grow above it.
CoreWeave always moves nice. Can I take small? Wait, can I chat about how do you plan an entry? When I play the yeah, Abadar or Abadar. Yeah, I always play the the test. I don't just play breakouts. So yeah, a lot of them, if they've gapped up, wait for a retest, see if you can catch that. Otherwise, yeah, some of these are just gonna gap up and go, and you're gonna miss it, right? But that's it's part of the game. 112. Yeah, it looks like this 100 level has been tested quite a few times on AAOI. So like one like this. Me personally, I prefer. All right, if we push up, retest it. This is a really clean support resistance flip, right? A resistance flip to support. I wouldn't play the breakout, but yeah, in theory, this may bust through because it has tested that 100 level, or this is what 90 level. Yo, am I tripping? Why is the this already gapped up? Yeah, I would not chase AOI. I think like everything's gonna be a chase at this point. Today maybe Whipsaw. You probably want to play the extremes. Yeah, Edward. I mean, you always want to play the extremes. That's just a general rule. So Sherpa nailed Apple. Nice, man. Did I see what happened on Roblox? Nope. It went from going up to dumping after earnings, and what was messed up is that 356, 357. Yeah, I mean, lovely. The earnings I've seen some pretty weird things on earnings. I remember one time, this was like long time ago, but like I played earnings on Pepsi. I think that like 2 days before earnings, I was like, oh, this map looks clean for upside. And then the day of, it flipped to downside. And I just didn't check it. So I held my position. And then actually upside ended up working, right? So like, I mean, the thing, like these sudden flips in front of earnings doesn't always mean this a guaranteed direction, right? Like I've been telling people, right? If you're choosing any time for heat maps to fail, earnings is going to be your number one culprit there. So,
yo, did anybody take the Amazon calls and Apple shorts that me and Jack called out yesterday for earnings? I mean, those were like 50-50s, but they both hit. Shout out Jack, bro. I'm the one that said short Apple. He said long.
dead, bro. Restricted screenshot on a Friday.
Bro, Jack longed Apple. I shorted it. What do you mean, shout out Jack?
I'm dead, bro. How do I follow 10 stocks? Use alerts. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to be watching all 10. Just set alerts. Pepsi, yeah, the Pepsi one banged out like 300% or something. I mean, I got lucky, but sometimes that happens. How do you determine extreme floors or ceilings and areas of support for the indexes? Are you gatekeepers and king nodes? Yeah, so I mean, like right now, let's say on SPY, right? Like the range of heavy volume is kind of 735 to 743. So, I mean, the issue right now is we're above the top end of that range. So this isn't a good one, I'll be honest. But like, let's say QQQ, 695, there's like no volume above, right? So this is an extreme. So then you want to play, those are the ones you want to play the reversals off of. Hopefully that makes sense, Pumpkin. Yeah, lovely. If it's random node pop up or not, earnings still gotta be lotto size because they're gonna mess with you.
It's either hit or miss.
Oh, Sherpa, I do remember you sending that Apple chart. You had a more macro trend line, right? You're like, oh, like we gotta slow down here.
Yo, check out Intel. Looks like nothing at all above 100. Kind of interesting.
Intel. Oh, true. 95. Oh, Intel's weird. Intel just cleared this double top. But yeah, 100, nice level. And psych level too. Yeah, see, so again, getting to like that fade to extremes, right? Intel got nothing above, at least for now, right? These can always reshuffle. But we really got nothing above 100, right?
Nothing above 100 with downside nodes for next Monday. Pretty interesting. See how it reshuffles.
All right. A few minutes until open here. All right.
Purple haters are gonna hate, bro. What can you say?
Yep, exactly, pumping. Yeah, so the thing with like, you chart overnight, you find individual tickers. A lot of the setups, some of them remain, but some of them, market gaps up, they're just going to be the play will be gone already, right? So there's always that bit of an asterisk on any setup you find at night. That's okay. That's based on these prices kind of holding. So then if you get any like weird gap up, gap down, you usually get a pretty big reshuffling, or some of your ceilings may have already been pushed past, etc. So you're looking at one snapshot in time when you chart overnight, but just always be aware situation can change overnight. So you gotta sometimes adjust your thesis the next morning. Yeah, but many times like these levels will matter, right? So like I still think it's very valuable, even though there is the risk of some gap ups or some shifts going on. But one, like that's just when people have the most time to go through this stuff, right? Just take a look through some of the setups and all that. Well, I showed Trinity. Yeah, I'll probably flip between Atlas and Trinity.
Hims looks like it could be some potential. It's at a king node right now at 27, with like multiple stack nodes at 30 for the coming weeks and today.
Yeah, I'm in yearlies.
Mm.
I wanted at 50 to 100 by end of year.
Conroy, exactly. I mean, we've already gapped well over 100, right? Or 500. So we now just have to flip that level, see if we can use it as support. There's also this dark wall 496. You can use it as confluence. Big double top too. You drag this out here. I don't know what this 503 level is. Oh, yeah, it's in the past. Apple 3. Oh, wait, Apple got nuked. Wait, I didn't even see this. Yeah, and post earnings, I'd be pretty careful with tickers. Like, obviously, all these Apple nodes are just useless now. So give it some time to reshuffle. Honestly, I probably wouldn't even trade Apple today. And especially not right out the open. Give it some time to reshuffle. All right, can't see my screen. Yeah, it's turned off for community. Glitch sent an announcement earlier in the week about the reasoning there. So yeah, I think I've seen a few people ask. I'm not gonna answer it too many times. You guys can just go read the announcement. All right, yeah, we gapped up. The 7475 pushed a ton of volume here. Damn, so I don't know if we're gonna retest this double negative pocket that we were looking for. We'll see. We'll see if the 7475 70. Why is 746 not showing up on Atlas? That's weird. Am I missing something here? Interesting. Yeah, we see this negative node rejects, but yeah, we're right near open. I wouldn't really be doing anything. Just give it some time to settle. Yeah, QQQ just got a solo node up there. So if the 695 is like giving you a bit of thesis for upwards, and also a lot of the SPX volumes upside, just got to look for a nice floor to retest off of, or to bounce off of, I mean. So we were hoping for this double negative pocket, 743, 742, but maybe it might have to be break retest 740, 7475 potentially. So otherwise we could look for ceilings. We have to see if we get some. It's not great confluence right now though. Like SPY has the 746 putting in. Shit, if QQQs get strong and 695 tap 746 around the same time, then we have some confluence there.
Yeah, the 695, I'm going to watch out on it because if we get above it, we're just going to send the 700 and then NQ is going to turn back to 30K. But reject the 695, I think we get a nice little dump.
Oracle looks good for what? Bounce off 130? Are you saying you're trying to short this rug pull maybe? Who asked this? Adrian. To me, this 125 is lagging. Like yesterday, we bounced off 125. This is going to roll volume up to 130. I can almost promise you that. So I would not be shorting off 130 to chase 125. Yeah, we just smoked that negative node here on SPX. So again, this negative node had like zero confluence as a ceiling. So let's see. Now we're tapping into these positive nodes, SPY, QQQ. But yeah, they're popping 700 a little bit. Reverse rug? I think you're reading that wrong. Well, no, you're right, but the reverse rug's off 130, like 130, 130.5, and we already bounced, like we already ripped through that. So it didn't really offer an entry. All right, let's see. Tapping these two positive nodes, SPY, QQQ. SPX limiting downside a little bit, like only 10 points. Downside is not great, but we'll see if these hold. But yeah, there's a lot of volume here on SPY, I'll be honest. Just slamming through that. Or, sorry, I would have wanted that to retest. Hey, Ustad, how are you? QCOM? Oh, let me see. Yeah, it looks like we bounced off this 148 yesterday. That would have been a really nice entry. I don't think we'll come down and retest this. I mean, 148 double bottom would be best. But probably what you're looking for here is we roll. If we keep rolling volume to 160, and if indexes can clear some of these levels, then you're probably going to get pretty good upside. So 746 has faded. The confluence that was once there, 695, 746, is gone. But yeah, Ustad, it looks like, yeah, we bounced off this 148. So see if we get a further push, but it's still lingering there. If this volume still sticks around, there's a chance we might double bottom, and that's the entry you want to look for. Yeah, so with the 746 dipping out, right? It was previously there, good confluence. Like, I don't know if I wouldn't have loved that trade because 7475 is like limiting downside. Like it's a very more of a scalp. But yeah, the fact that 746 shrank off is a little concerning. It's a bit odd to me. SPX are also basically a low range, right? Same with QQQ. So if we can clear these levels, then but SPY does have a lot of downside. Because SPY has a lot of downside, and with the gap up, I am leaning a little bit more bearish. So I would have wanted 746 to stick around and short off of that, but I don't like how that disappeared. Apple puts 1000%. Holy shoot. Oh, you bought longer term, Sherpa, maybe? Wow, okay, so even with 746 dipping out, we might drop off that. Meta, yeah, Meta 550. If we retest 550, looks decent. Looks decent here. I guess the rug pull would have been also good. But that one's already, we already got like $4 or $5 off of that. Yeah, true, Chewbacca. It's just weird. They're not like rolling this volume anywhere. It's just sort of sitting there. There's really nothing flaring up, which is kind of intriguing. Conrad, you're doing options? You should be having no stop. You know, QQQ, we push. Okay, we did push like 70 cents past. So it was.
So am I the only one that took the QQQ short?
I ran it with you.
You ran it with me.
Yeah, we got that SPX fatty though coming up into.
That's the only thing I'm worried about. I mean, we got a nice dollar move here.
I'm
right now, we're
trimming
coming
into it.
back to the overnight London high, so that's going to be where my profit target is at 640 here.
Yep. So you got a reaction there again, trim into 7475. This one can always bounce a little early.
That's basically where my
Alright, looks
target
like-
is at this SPX node at 7475.
It looks like quite a few people caught it actually. That SPY disappearing scared me out, but it looks like a few people here catching it, so that's really nice.
Now, the VEX and the GEX on this QQQ node was too insane for me to miss it.
SPY 550, I don't, that's $200 under where we are. I don't know why people keep mentioning that. Conroy, I think you're not size for zero. If you're getting stopped out, that's a size for zero issue. But you had the right idea. All right, yeah, let's see if 7475 gives some resistance, but yeah, definitely people should. And I don't know, this is for sure got to be 30-40%. Well, if I think Virgin already had 30% even before we tapped 7475. All right, IBM. Looks like it might keep going. And remember, these negative nodes at times can undershoot. So, but I wouldn't play this bounce. This is like a solo node. It's not really anything else supporting a bounce here. IBM off 220. Yeah, IBM off 220 looks good. Big undershoot to get it. For whoever played that, hopefully you got a like super cheap, a nice cheap fill.
Yeah, we could probably potentially see 690 Qs as floor with the SPY.
Yes.
Barney's.
Yep. Agree, man. 280 to 411. Okay, this move went big. Nice,
Oh,
Milo.
on the top take, bro. Back to back. I just fully closed my position though. The SPY 743 is interesting though. But this could run to SPY 743, so do make sure you are taking profits here.
Yeah, I need a bit lower, but yeah, QQQ 690 is growing a bit here. So you see it's starting to pop up on Atlas. I have my Atlas at 25%, but my DIM set to 20% on Trinity. So sometimes a bit of a difference when they pop up. Yeah, we got a ton of SPY volume there. All right, so Friday's not starting too bad for a lot of y'all. Oh, are they gonna bounce this early? Enchilada money? Hey, good day, man. There's a bug here. Give me a second. I gotta go message devs. Yeah, Conrad, you're good. Thesis is good. I think just remember size for zero in the future.
If you're still in these shorts, definitely be trimming on this SPY King node. This QQQ Peekaboo at 690 is coming in here with the SPY node in the dark pool. So I'll be watching out on this on the indices. Now that doesn't mean a long confirmation because there still isn't really enough confluence here on SPX. And these downsides on SPY are kind of deadly. The 740 negative is growing strong. 735 is growing. So I would definitely want to be trimming into strength and leaving runners maybe. Because SPY has these negatives in this air pocket at 741. If it does get to 740, that'd be interesting. QQQ loses to 690. We can just keep going.
Let's see, we do have a dark pool here. We have this level from July 29.
Oh my God, this is so beautiful.
July 29, high of day. Oh, we could get something of a reaction here.
I even said it in the overnight session. Anybody who trades NQ or options, QQQ 695 was going to be the high of day today. And then, I kid you not, Glitch tweeted at like 5 minutes after I said that. Give me 740. That 740 is interesting here. But the SPY 743 could act as support. So that's why I said trim into strength. And then
What the
just
heck
leave
is
runners.
what is Gex VWAP? Reckless abandon.
It's a pretty nice tool. You should use it.
Oh fuck. What is this? I'm not discovering how to use that right now. It's too much work. All right. Again, it looks strong reaction off this double negative stack, right? So people should, one, you should have turned it to 74, 75, but absolutely should have turned into SPY. And had a bit of confluence with the 690. 690 got undershot really bad, but a bit of confluence there. Can I explain what it is? No, actually, I don't know. I'd have to look through it. Yeah, yesterday I was busy. I mean, it's got a little question mark. This explains it. So yeah, you just got to read through that. Yeah, Conrad, maybe take like 20, 30 minutes before you trade again. But to me, yeah, I don't know. You either size too big, so size smaller so you can size for zero, or you just got to have the patience there. Damn, we missed this July 29 high by a few cents. So QQQ, we've lost the confluence of QQQ as well, right? So 690, I thought 690 would be hitting around the same time, 743. QQQ a bit weaker, so we pushed below that. What's up, Dorato? 720? Yo, where are you guys getting these numbers from? What the heck? Laryl, what's up, man?
Morning, fellas. What's going on?
Morning, morning.
Morning, brother.
Yo, Laryl,
Got a
you seen the
whole-
695 on Qs?
I hear you guys. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you.
What the? Why can't I hear you guys?
Oh, his car speakers aren't working.
Dude, Laryl got to get a better
Beep.
car Bluetooth.
Beep. Beep.
Palantir. Yeah, Palantir. Oh, we never tapped 124. Now stuff's selling off. But yeah, Palantir at 124 would have been nice. Actually, yeah, the dark pools maybe a clue you bounce, you reverse early. You have this level back here. But Palantir's
Yo.
not selling off with the market, I'll be honest.
Who wants to place a
Same.
bet that SPX hits 7350 today? Imagine.
Bruh. Get this guy out of here.
Oh, hell no.
Sui, I mean, if it worked, yeah, it was a good trade. Well, that's not actually true. But what time did you enter? I think the one that you took is good based on what I'm seeing here. And deep puts, how do you show dark pool on the map? You just go toggle it on. Yo, where's my
Qs is so
Where's-
weak here. It's literally still just dumping.
you can name your dark pool?
I don't think cast indicator is up yet.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. All right, chart level wise, watch out. Some potential support here. So yeah, I mean, people should just be on runners at this point. So
I gotta hear this again. Hear what? Why you tell me to sell Amazon and Apple?
god damn, Apple got smoked.
After the earnings, bro, take your profit. Like the earnings move was already big enough. You're scrapping like $1, $2 more extra move. Alright. I'm gonna be definitely trimming some more out into the SPY 742. I want to see if the 740 gets tested now. Let's see, does NQ return back to 28K?
Yeah, holy sell off. At 685, sliding in a bit, which is yesterday's high on QQQ. Trying to see what will actually slow this move down. It's potentially bad with this, again, the double negative. Yep, 680 is growing. Yeah, there's a few of us speaking. If someone text that to him, I guess he can't hear me. All right. What's glitch posting here? Can we reach 735? We still have a lot in the way. I mean, we have to clear 740, 685. Even some of this SPX volume will probably increase, like 7405, 7425. I mean, it's possible, but I mean, obviously any node can go get hit. But there's still a lot I'd be looking at in the way before we even think about 735. Jaihan, can you hear now? It was did it fix by leaving and coming back? Man, it looks like we bounced early off 685. 685 would have been really clean support resistance flip from yesterday's high on QQQ. So we already caught a reaction there. Okay, sweet, Jahan. Awesome. Ugh. Roblox. I mean, this is post earnings. Actually, this does look kind of nice. I was gonna say it's post earnings. I don't want to look at it, but bruh, how far back do you have to go for a level on Roblox? Jesus, 35. It's not the strongest level. We do have this wick here though, like 35.4. Like there. Yeah, Roblox deflection. I don't think we go back to 40, but maybe pop off 35. We can try. It helped if the index is bottomed out. So if this SPY stack holds, that would help you out on that Roblox one. All right, Reddit, SMCI floors. Let's check. Yeah, Reddit also have a bit of a reverse rug pull here. Reddit's not as clean as Roblox because it does have a lot more downside volume. But it does look like this. We do have a nice reverse rug pull on Reddit. Then SMCI. No, SMCI looks a bit more junk. There are a lot of dark pool levels we're tapping into though. And we have this previous high that we can flip to support. But the map, I don't like it as much on SMCI. All right, let's see if we react off the 685 or not. Tech? What's this? Wait, MP, what I don't know what you mean there. Big fat ceiling. You can't see the dark pool. You probably should have the setting toggled off, no? Holy fig. It's double bottom.
QQQ is coming up to its previous day high.
We almost tapped it and already bounced 685.3. Bounced $1.50 off of it already. The first tap.
See this QQQ 685 here too is trying to peekaboo. This SPY map though. You know, when SPY's not in a negative gamma regime, we actually see a move happen.
Yeah. But this SPY, if it holds this double negative stack, that's helping the QQQ one. I think I had said this, right? 685, look out for that. So it looks like we're getting a really nice reaction there. Time to go long. I mean, yeah, well, bounce already happened. I think a fig, dude, fig moves so weird. Yeah, fig, this can step in as a ceiling. Issue here is that, like, usually I don't like to play puts off low of the range, right? If you look at all the volume for the week, it's more upside, but I think that's a personal preference. You can, it is definitely the strongest level there by far, right? There's not even one that's halfway. Well, 27 just reshuffled to be at least half. So you can try shorting it. You also have this level up here, like 25.5 if you want to play the chart double top. All right, if anyone's in puts, hopefully they close most of them. Just had like small runners, and then some people caught, maybe someone caught the bounce here. Right, thesis close too early. Alan caught the bounce, nice. Close too early, Sticky, what happened? Too early for the upside move, or? Doesn't seem like a clean bounce.
I mean, the only reason I took
What?
this long here was because, at least for me on futures, and that was NQ/QQQ's previous day high, which could be a strong support level. And QQQ 685, and then the SPY node's aligning with it. So that's 742 as well, which is still a strong negative.
Yeah, so sir, like when we have double negative stacks, sometimes it is just one big negative zone. So when I see this undershoot,
It can
I'm
be a
just viewing this as
strong
all right, it's undershot and it can
overshoot.
still get a reaction. So to me, this is 2 out of 3. I don't know how big of a react, like how sustained this pump will be, but to me, this is 2 out of 3 on the maps.
With
I
the
think
way
I
these
said,
candles are
well,
moving, though, you should be catching some nice percents.
Nah, Ep. I used to trade. Well, I still don't sleep very much, but I used to trade off like even less sleep, and you'll probably thank yourself for that. 43 would be a rejection. No, I probably wouldn't want to short that. I wouldn't want to short 43 because then we're going straight into 685 on QQQ. So this is pretty short-lived, but we bounced more than $2 off this 685. Yeah, so sir, yeah, I don't know if this will be some big V shape, but definitely good reaction caught there. So that's the thing. Yeah, we don't always know is the move going to be $5 or $2, right? But the whole point is if your entry is good, right? So if you focus a lot on getting a clean entry, you'll catch your 30-40%, leave runners, and you don't care if it's going to be a big move or not, right? You already captured what you needed. It's potential 743 can be a ceiling, but I don't see much confidence there. So like I had a lot more confidence say on this floor than a bounce in 743 pushing us back down. It does have a dark pull there though, I'll admit. So you have a bit of confidence coming in there. But again, when I see these stacks, whether it's a negative stack or a positive stack, to me that's just one big zone, right? I just treat it as like a big fat node. Short the pops regime? No, I wouldn't really say so. And I don't know, Garmin, what you think, but
I don't know. That's more of like an Archie question, no?
yeah, true. I don't know what VIX is at or his pivot levels or whatever. Seems like it is. Like it looks like we are dropping back off, but again, I usually don't macro. I don't have any kind of like, not even macro, but just like trend day and all that. I'm usually not too good at establishing it. For me, it's just you find confluence on where we can catch reactions, and that's what you're trying to capture, right? Catch a couple of these reactions, even if you don't hold this full thing down, right? You already caught probably 40% twice today. So you can't see screen. No, community tier cannot see screen. Again, Glitch sent an announcement a while ago, so just go read that. Yeah, we are getting QQQ growing some more. So we see, yeah, we caught there's a small bounce there, and now we're reverting back down. I don't know. I would not try this again. SPY's looking a lot weaker now.
Not a SPY is more weaker and QQQ is lagging behind. SPY ultimately will probably get to the 740.
Right. So what was previously 742, like this negative pocket zone as a floor along with 685. Now it looks like we may be breaking under, and this negative pocket can be flipped to a ceiling, right? So I probably would not play the second tap of 685. Good time to buy DRAM shares. I mean, long term, I don't know, long term on this ticker. Let's see. Man, these tickers with recent IPOs are annoying to chart long term. I don't know why I have this box drawn, but just caught a really nice reaction off of it. The heck? Yeah, try maybe at 50. Can have a decent one. 50/49. Looks like we had a good reaction in the past off 49. Like this is a really strong support resistance level, top of this rectangle. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, so I think like we said, right, the 685 second tap here, but now we've pushed way under on SPY, so this can be flipped to ceiling, right? But we still haven't broken under 685. The level QQ stronger than I thought it would be. It's usually been the bit of a weaker one lately. It's all the tech stuff. They flipped. Which one?
That 680 just popped as king node. Seems like your short targets for your runners could be towards that 680 and the double SPX Pika stack. That could be our bounce area. But we do have the 740 in the way.
People longed into 695. Are we dead ass?
Yeah, I think
Bro, are we for real? Do people want to read? Yo, Cannibal got me crying. Bent over backwards. Holy drop. Can I share a screenshot? I can't send screenshots in the Stages doesn't allow images in chat. Guys, community too, you can have the audio on and check the Discord maps on Discord, you know, right? Like everyone has the same data. So as we narrate stuff on stages, you should probably be pulling up the maps on the Heatseeker bot or looking at the SPX feeds, 5 feed, and like trying to get a sense of what we're seeing, right? Yeah, Palantir played out. I was waiting for closer 124. We never got there. Yeah, this chart level played out really nice. Who was this? Who was it that said this? Oh, JMV. All right, 740 tapping. Do we have a lot of confluence? So we have the 7425, but it's very minor level. Yes, I don't know. 740 is kind of sitting there so low. Oh, Palantir hit the ceiling overnight. Yeah, I missed that. That's on me. Yeah, Hames 27. This level has done basically nothing in the past. It's a huge node though, and we got the dark pool. This hasn't been a really good short support resistance, but yeah, we have the dark pool in the node there. We'll see if Hims reacts, and also market sold off quite a bit. Actually, it looks like it may still go a little lower. Yeah, baby. Well, I don't want to say your username, but yeah, you're correct. what you said did end up playing out. All right, so I know the move was big, but if you trimmed out along the way, that's what you should be doing, right? Those are good habits to have. So I know it's annoying the move is larger and you don't have runners, but on another day, that short would have been 50% tops, and then that's it. So don't judge what you're doing based on the outcome, right? On the results, or the outcome of the chart. If you're trimming because we saw potential floors along the way, then that's the correct action to take. If you have enough runners to still be in this, then all the better, right? 680 tap. You don't have too much I guess 680 and 738 kind of align. Let me check the chart. I don't know. I don't really like any of these chart levels at 680. I guess we have this high from the 29, like the swing high. So maybe with that, that'll be your main confluence there. SPY. I don't know. I have so many levels on SPY. I need to delete all these. Kind of got a level down here, like 738. It's bounced us at some point yesterday.
I'm watching for this 680 on Qs with the 738 on SPY and 7405 for like a small bounce. If not, the 670 on Qs would be interesting. And look, yo, Nico, 7350 is lighting up, bro. Imagine. You were the one saying this morning, no way.
Bro, I mean, yeah. You want to chase up, bro. Day breaks. You want to chase, take a break.
I'm already done. I call like 400 points on NQ. I'm watching this QQQ 680 though.
Yeah, Schulte, absolutely.
Nah, don't
see what
chase,
happens.
bro. Don't do something that you're gonna think about later. You're gonna be like, oh, I shouldn't have done that.
Fight the demons. Fight the demons.
Bro, sister, you got.
We got a nice tap from the 743 with the dark pool on SPY and SPX. Like that was my personal reentry for shorts.
Nice, sister. I like that idea. Cereal and ice cream before 10:30 in the morning? Kind of routine is this? Why did 740 not pay? 740 had very little confluence, right? Like there's no other floor supporting it on the other indexes. Jack eats cereal and ice cream? The heck? From the Abyss. Good stuff, man. Yeah, it's Friday. Y'all gotta have a. I can just go rest. Someone pissed him off yesterday? What the heck? What's going on in these chats, man? How do I set the dark pools? You just come over here. It's just a toggle. I don't know what to. This one here, and then now you can set it to 10. Then I don't know. I don't know if I have the best settings, I'll be honest, but I just put 10 and 180 in. We'll see what happens. 7424. Oh, the small negative node? Yeah, there had been one there. I have to go back and replay and check later, but I think at the time it hit. I don't know. I think I was waiting more so for these positive ones. Actually, I don't know why. There was a bit of confluence there, but I didn't mention it. I don't remember. I'd have to go back and check replay, I'll be honest. Abadar. Or Abadar. Okay, hopefully I'm not botching the name. Yeah, Conway, hopefully this didn't bounce early, but we'll see. Definitely SPY's weaker. SPY side weaker than QQQ today. Yeah, Conroy texted me, but like, I think you got a size smaller and just size for 0. You would have caught nice like 50, 60% probably on the drop. Tree Fitty. Yeah, if you're gonna call it, then hop off the stages. Just go do something else. Go delete Discord too. Just come back Monday.
Go enjoy the weekend, bro. No need to force anything out.
Bounce off this SPX King node, sorry, QQQ King node and SPX Dark Pool. Yeah, we have okay confluence here if we hold the 738. 7350 popped hard. But yeah, we have some gatekeepers here, 7405, 7410. You see, we already dropped like almost $8 on SPY, 15 on QQQ. Yeah, this might bottom out here. Oh, who said this? Shook. Yeah, Shook. I don't mind your read there. Just woke up, Panda. Yeah, the West Coast. I could not imagine trading off West Coast hours. Oh, Sandpiper. I need to make a video on this about how I set my stuff. Let me go to Trinity. So you see at the top here, you got these little 3 bars. So here's what I do. You can screenshot this if you want my settings. All right, hopefully you caught a screenshot Sandpiper. I'll make a video explaining why I have those settings, but similar to how I did for Atlas. It's not that bad trading West Coast. Dude, in the past, I barely wake up for East Coast Open. I don't know how I wake up for the West Coast Open. Oh, it's also an Atlas. If you go to Atlas, you go to Trinity and just press these 3 bars, you have the same color settings here. Trading Asia? I mean, Asia's easy though, right? It's like 8 p.m. to midnight here. That's primary. I used to stay awake for London Open. Yeah, we'll see. It's like they're at least slowing it down, but SPY levels are not holding too well. But this is a negative node, so we could undershoot. So this could. So thesis is still here. We just have to see if these hold. We'll see what happens. $345 responses. I don't think we're getting to 400. All right, there's a reaction there. I mean, what NQ is NQ? That's 40 points right there. All right, again, so negative node can undershoot, like I said. 680 was holding, so decent bounce here. So even with us being like overall sell-off, it's already been 2 bounces, like solid ones, 2 out of 3 confluence that played, right? So you got to be quick. So again, like you got to figure out on your brokerage, set up. You got to set up these orders that you enter, and you already got your limit sell ready at 30%, stuff like that. Because sometimes we're not going to get these, massive V shapes. But yeah, hopefully this was clear. Hopefully the earlier bounce was clear. Obviously, Garma, the top of the day, high of day. So I think there's been quite a few opportunities already. It's only 10:20.
Bro, I wish Nico saw trade alerts. Caught NQ low days maybe too, if this is the low.
Trade alerts?
Trade ideas. Put my channel to use. You like that?
Oh shit! No, dude, I didn't even know you're posting here. It's actually good because I get stuck answering questions, or like I get caught up answering questions. I don't even post anything in the Discord. Not everyone can tune in for this. People looking for 100% plays, then they got to fix their expectations. Yep, absolutely, Sir Jack. This is 3 base hit. Even if you didn't ride puts all the way down, this is 3 times you're probably catching 30-40%. And it's not even been an hour, right?
Let's see what we do as we approach the 740, but 680 direct tap, very clean.
Like, come on here. This is already, look, I played 092 futures entry. It's already more than 100 points. Would I short SPY? I guess you could with the 7425. But that on the way down, those levels didn't didn't hold much at all. But yeah, if you're still looking for downside because of the, I don't know, maybe 7350, 680, then yeah, you want to be shorting off the ceiling probably. Upside SPY nodes, the earlier double negative we had has died off a lot. S-Man, so V-shape or not, you got to trim, right? Trim a few, leave runners. We had 2 huge negative notes on SPY where it feels like it's stalled out. Tree Fitty, I guess you're saying when you're managing put runners, like how do we know that we're gonna actually break through them? All right, holy bounce. Tree Fitty, yeah, if we were at this double negative stack and you felt we could go either way, then just do nothing, right? I mean, to me, that was, if you took puts, it's a good place to trim out puts, leave runners. If you're out of runners, there was also a call scalp you could have played in there off the 685, and then that was about it. But if you felt indecisive, then just don't trade it. Apple, yeah, let me go look. Yeah, Apple 300. We ain't quite double bottom. That would have been nice. If indexes hold this bounce, then Apple's never going to revisit this 300 for a double bottom. That's probably what I'd be looking for. All right, any kind of calls people should have trimmed already as well. So I don't want to see people holding too much. Don't know how to set runners for Webull. It sold all your contracts on 30%. Oh, Alan, what I do is. Oh, wait, I forgot how I do this. I think you can edit the number of contracts you want to have it, right? And then you have to end up like going and setting a separate one. Like you can go modify the order that you have sitting there. So you like basically you just drop the number of contracts you have at the trim point. It's probably a smoother way to do it, but I remember like I have to trim and then later go back and re-add like a new order. So I probably don't even have the best workflow for that, but sounds like Chewbacca uses Webull a lot, so might be able to. Oh, there's definitely someone in the server. If you ask Alan, there's someone that can help you out on that side. Or sometimes what I'd do, this is really annoying though, is I'd set up two separate orders. Like I'd have a limit buy for my 30% trim, and then I'd have a whole separate limit buy for runners. If that makes sense. So I'd have like, I don't know, buy in 4 contracts, 30%, and then have two contracts on the side that I'm targeting, I don't know, 100. I have not been checking options chain, but I would not be surprised if all right, this play right here is, yeah, this one is already paid. The heck? Where's my own password? All right, yeah, we're not getting the 400 responses. Damn. All right, we're only giving away 1 month, one person. Robin Hood brain. No, once you get used to Webull, Webull's way better. Down 3K from index trades, Sherpa? AAOI. Map is messy. I mean, this is a stack of six nodes wide. That's just cluster. I don't know if I really have anything to say. I guess we kind of have the reverse rug pull here, 93, 94. But chart wise, I still want like if you counted this as your range, you still want 90 to hit, right? Previous resistance, flip support. That's what you want to pull up. Fox Daddy. I mean, over time, you start to get a feel for like what deltas are 0.3, 0.4. It's usually like one. In the morning, it's probably like $2 out the money, and then in the afternoon, it's probably $1 out the money. If you're looking at SPY QQQ. But like I have my Webull set up. You know how Webull has like last bid, ask. It has like all this data on the columns. I turned everything off. I only have last price and delta, and I think the IV. So I see all the data in one look when I'm on Webull. Robinhood's more annoying. You gotta like click on the thing and open up the little pop-up thing. Will we add order flow? I don't know, Sui, I'll be honest. I'd have to ask the developers. All right, what we got? Amazon. 270 reject, yeah. AVGO. Oh, AVGO, this is a really nice bounce. Oh, who said this? Neto Trader. Hopefully you're looking at this when we are tapping 380. This is a really clean floor. No, I didn't spot this at all. It's not much of a chart these. I guess this is a pretty good fit, probably. Something like this. Yeah, retesting 1618. Yeah, Robinhood blows, to be honest. And I still use it because I have some money in there, but I don't think it's very good. Especially for some of these like really quick 30% moves that it's 2 candles, you're done. You don't get out in time, it's over, then yeah, I hate Robinhood. And also you can't bracket order, so I don't like it for managing runners. You can't like leave break even stop loss and put limit sales on the upside. So it pisses me off, I won't lie. You get another QQQ tap, strong idea for calls. We'll have to see, but yeah, probably. Is Webull better than Robinhood? Yeah. It doesn't look as nice. Functionality wise, it is way better though. I like Webull number 1, but I've only tried those 2. Well, I have Schwab as well, but I think Webull's cleaner out of those 3. But I haven't tried. I think Fidelity's really clunky. Actually, Moomoo Trader is not that bad. And it's funny, you can get like these little animals on your profit posts. Tasty Trade I haven't tried. Thinkorswim is just Schwab, right? I guess, yeah, I have Schwab, but I use Thinkorswim. Think about it. But I use my phone for everything, so I'm very mobile focused. I've never actually traded off a computer. For Forge, after we make our agent, will be a feature we can backtest. I don't know, Sui. Probably. Maybe not initially, but long term, there might be. It's probably something we can add. IBKR has bad fills, but I know it has a lot of conditional logic. So you can be like, oh, I want to enter calls if price is this, if we hit this price, right? So you can base it off the underlying instead of the options premiums, which does help people at the beginning because you can sort of just base it off the chart, right? And I think Fox Daddy, I think Webull you can hotkey. So if you do want to trade off your laptop, I think you can hotkey a lot of the buy sell orders and stuff. But when you hotkey, it's market orders, so I don't. Yeah, I guess you still want to be using limit orders. CoreWeave bouncing? Oh man, I missed. CoreWeave always bounces nice. Yeah, dude, CoreWeave, one of the best movers on the planet. This thing just hits any number that ends at 0 and then bounces. Well, it missed 60, but it got close. Double bottom and just rockets. Few runners, Sherpa, nice. IBKR. Yeah, IBKR I don't have personal experience with. Yeah, Sherpa, if you're in runners, it's all good. That's the thing, you get a really good entry. That means you're that much earlier to get your 30, 40, 50% trim, leave runners, break even, stop loss. Now it's stress-free, right? If it goes, it goes, whatever. If not. So like now you just trim into every potential resistance, right? So 740, 7425, you probably trim a few calls there. And if you have any left over, you just keep riding them probably to 685 or something. So that's kind of how the logic becomes when you're just managing runners. I don't know if it'll V-shape full or anything, right? But that's the whole point, is you shouldn't care if we do or not. It's the way you manage your trade, it should be, if we do, great. If we don't, also fine. You already caught your profits along the way. Yeah, 410. Yeah, 410 could be a ceiling here. Like this level. I want to see the indexes top out. 7350 shrink off. Hopefully we never get there, so then I can. So Garma won't troll me. You long Snow 300.
Yo, did anybody along the QQQ 680 that I was talking about? I wasn't really paying attention, but I was.
No, there's definitely people that caught calls because a lot of people aren't runners.
Let's go.
Fox Daddy, precisely, right? If you got $1,000 in one SPX contract, you would have sold already 30-40% base hit. You got 5 SPY contracts, you might have 1 or 2 runners right now. So I'm
today
like a
was
huge
lean, bro.
If you cannot buy more than like 4 or 5 contracts, there's no reason to play SPX.
This is why we need Nico in the mornings instead of Jewel. Market just moves nicely when Nico wakes up.
Yeah, I took yesterday off because.
Oh, yo, who said that?
Yeah, Daybreaks. You can play XSP as well.
Well, no, that's because when Jewel gets all this in the afternoon and the market starts shopping. In the mornings, the moves are so clean like this.
I'm dead, bro. Yeah, today I don't think I'll stream in the afternoon, so Joe's gonna hop on and y'all can just
we're
watch
gonna
the chop
chop.
all together. That'll be fun.
This
Sherpa, nice
is
guy.
my
Yeah.
full TP on Qs back in 695. Holy shit, bro.
Yeah, maybe it's the music. If they stop playing music, they get clean moves.
Bro, the music is what makes the moves.
What you mean, brother? Zero music going right now. We've had three banger trades. Can I repeat what I said about the? Oh, if you're playing 2 to 3 SPX contracts, you shouldn't even be trading SPX. You should be trading SPY or XSP or QQQ, because that allows you to buy six, 7 contracts, right? And then you can get you can have runners, right? You can trim, leave runners, and then just play it more naturally. Whereas you're at 2 SPX contracts, that encourages like people, they don't want to trim because then they're not going to catch full move, and now they're bag holding, they don't trim and get a red position they should have never had, right? So if you're risking the same amount of money, if you're risking the same amount of capital, right, $500, why take 1 SPX contract? You can do 3 SPY. It's just a lot more healthy way to manage a trade. Yeah, Virgin, I got to throw one in there each day. These guys. What's the price con? Sharky, like, do you mean how do I select the contract? I usually just look 0.3 delta. That's it. It's a pretty simple. I don't get too complicated. Sometimes I go 0.4 if I feel like it might be choppier. But yeah, I don't. Everything with the way I trade is usually just like I want to find the easiest way to do it or the simplest way. Because like when I was learning, I don't know, it's so much to do. I was like, I don't want to learn all this. I want to know a quick hack, right? So you look at options chain 0.3, 0.4, you find that out in 0.2 seconds. You don't have to think. So that's always, almost everything you hear me say is always pretty simplified. Food suggestions. What? Like for lunch? What's this guy talking about? We're gonna do prayer circles. Someone else can run those. I don't think I'll be hopping on and do that. QQQ, interesting size percentage. This is like nope. I mean, we just got delivered. We bounced off of that, and secondly, there's not really a big size percentage. If I don't see a velocity above like 20-30%, I'm not really looking at it that much. Like 8%, that's just noise. It's just some natural fluctuations. Korean barbecue, that would bang. Longs off 74. What? Is that a typo? 740 maybe? That's what you're saying there, LK? Ah, okay, 740. Let me think here. I don't know. We kind of have this weird spot where 685 might be a ceiling. Should be longing straight into the QQQ ceiling. Yeah, if we catch a SPY hit 74, everybody load everything. How we would chop that open? We drop that open. I think they're just doing the 695 ceiling. There was a 746 ceiling as well, like a very small gatekeeper on SPY that faded out. So that's why I didn't take puts actually. But like Garma and a ton of people took shorts out 695. And also like usually when you gap up, you can get a little bit of a bearish bias, right? Like people are going to start chasing. So what do? They rip it against it and kill everyone. You only take longs at 685 if 685 breaks. No, I mean, no, I'm not playing the breakout of 685. I don't play breakouts, right? So, I mean, to me, the long entry already happened, right? If you're going to take longs, I guess you could justify 740, 7425. The only thing I'm saying there is, yes, those are double floors, but you have very limited upside with 685 potentially stopping an upside ones, right? So to me, the risk reward has been more stunted. We've already had some pretty nice moves. I don't know. If you're in runners, that's fine, but I don't think I'd be taking like a new entry right now. I think, yeah, we did talk about Reddit earlier. I think I had just said the map was messy. I think I said there was a reverse rug pull at the time someone asked, but there's so much downside volume. I was like, okay, I don't know if I like that one as much. What was the other one that was better? Let's see. Did Roblox actually hold? Oh, not great. Roblox has rolled a lot of volume lower. Yeah, Roblox, I had liked it more off 35, but it says drop the floor a little bit. So unless 34 holds, that one might have been cooked. Oh man, I think my computer's cooked. Oh, never mind. There we go. Yeah, Sharp, I know you're on runners, so it's okay if you're just waiting for some of these nodes. Breakout retail. Oh, sorry, Crow. I don't know. 685 is kind of solo. So yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, you can. At this point, I would just, I don't know. If you're not in calls already, I would just sit around. We just wait for something better. So they expected, as yesterday was very bullish. No, user. So I'm saying we gapped up overnight. That's why. So it's not always true, right? It's not like, oh, every time we gap up, we have to fill the gap. That also kills a lot of people, and they just think gap fills are guarantees. But a lot of times, if we've already pushed 684, $10 overnight, well, a little bit less. We opened like $8 up on QQQ. That does give you okay. Like they probably have to retrace part of this move, right? Even if we are going to continue higher. Like that's just how maps move in waves, right? I'm not looking at 550 is meaningless. Look where we are right now. Tesla. Nah, I don't really like this Tesla. Like I would have wanted 305 as a floor. We undershot that really heavy and are now bouncing. Yeah, I don't. Unless you're saying for puts. I guess you could try Tesla for puts. But again, I don't like shorting the low of the range where all the volume is. So I'll probably skip Tesla both ways. 695 on QQQ changes randomly. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of ignoring that. Like 690s in the way, 7475. Not really paying too much attention. Like we always got to focus on what's in front of us first. So like even earlier, people were saying 7350, and it's like, yeah, that node was large, but we have a ton of floors. We got this double positive on SPX. Like you always got to focus on what's coming first, right? Because we're playing a reversal. I'm not worried about a reversal $10 above when I got to worry about one, $2 away, right? So hopefully that makes sense, Dama. I'm kind of just ignoring that one. I guess it makes sense of why. I'm not ignoring it, but I'm not like staring too closely at it. Saw something strange on Atlas AMD. 498. Is 497.5? Okay, what was strange about it? Who asked this? LK? I don't know if I know what you mean there. All right, Sherpa. All right, Sherpa finally trimmed runners. Nice. Sherpa, when did you get in? I'm curious. Like, what was the drawdown you had? So I think you're quite close to the pure bottom. Or like, what was the, if you don't mind sharing, what was the percent gain on the runner? Because I didn't look at options chain. I took this on futures and it just didn't. So I don't know how the options have been moving. Barney nodes at 498. Yeah, we do have this negative node, 498. 497.5. Looks like it's growing. So it's kind of this stacked negative node up here. Oh, shit. You were in that 740 and average down? Okay, never mind. I didn't know that's what you traded. Oh, Google. Sorry, didn't see this. Yeah, Google does have pretty nice rug setup. See if we can push a little further up into it. $355 growing a ton though. That's kind of weird. But yeah, also if we catch a couple like ceilings on the indexes, like maybe this double negative stack can hold as a ceiling, then that would help the Google rug pull thesis. Oh, no, you're good. Okay, it's just sometimes, yeah, like the y-axis won't always show what the actual strikes are. I wonder if there's some way to code that. I have to think about it. All right, Sherpa, glad it worked out. I don't know if I'd average. I'd have to think about it, but maybe I'll have to think about that one. So it might have been better almost to just cut small size once you know 740 didn't hold, and then just re-enter 737, 738. I have to do the math, but either way, it worked out. So I'm glad it worked out for you. AV Go printing. Any individual? I'm not too sure, Faye. I've been doing more index focus since there's been some pretty nice moves. Why the fuck is why is the whole thing moving? What? Oh, this is a bug. Oh, I don't think they fixed that yet. Dang it. Yeah, 380. Yeah, this 380 floor coincided with the index's low of day. So huge bounce there. Always double down. I mean, yeah, sure. But if you're used to it, I think it's okay. If your timing's generally on point, but just be careful. Once you get the habit of averaging down once, if you get like a really bad scenario, sometimes people then start flipping in, average down 2-3 times, etc. Can I go over how to set the dark pool? You go to settings, and then it's just right here. You set dark pool toggle on and off. And then I have it set to 10 and 180 days. I don't actually know if this is optimal. It's just what I have. All right, again, 685 kind of blocking the way. So I think someone had asked about like, oh, can we scalp off these negative nodes upwards? And you can, like this probably would have played out fine, but just recognize the upside is limited because of the potential 685 ceiling, right? Okay, day breaks, gonna call it here. Yeah, if you already won day breaks, yeah, just log off. Yeah, don't even listen into the stage, it's just gonna give FOMO. And you just come back Sunday or Monday. Yeah, so the dark pool settings, I don't have again, this is not something I have much expertise on. Like I'll just come in here and I'll toggle between all of these. Then I'll just be like, oh, which one gives me levels closer? So you see how 45 doesn't, oh, actually, it does have 742. I don't know. I don't really have a good system for this. I just sort of flip around between them. Yeah, you see how like 45, it disappears these lower ones. And I'm like, oh, whatever. I want 180 because this has more levels near price right now. But if 45 had more levels near price right now, I'd probably just use 45. So I probably don't have a great system on that one. But that's how I do it. All right, Snow, you thought 300 was floor, so you longed it and dumped after a while. I guess, yeah, okay, I'd say the main thing there is indexes are just, like index big sell-off, just going to kill that. And the other thing I'd say, this wouldn't have saved you, but like, even if you're playing the 300, the chart level is more like right here at 298, right? This is a clear resistance flip to support. So that at least would have been a way to like, oh, negative node, I expect an undershoot, chart levels over here, 298. You would have at least had a smaller loss if you enter a bit later. So use the chart as well to guide you. Again, it wouldn't have saved you. This would have still lost if you're counting on 300. But if you're waiting for 298, that also would have been like, oh, you have a bit more time to see the indexes and be like, oh, this is actually a big sell-off. Maybe it talks you out of the trade, right? Is the magnet feature? I feel like sometimes the magnet feature does not work. Is this just me? Or like the auto snap. Meta looking strong. Google. Oh shoot, everyone's all over this. Yeah. So again, Google actually, even in the time from my last look to now, the reverse rug pull is getting bigger and bigger, right? So I like this way less. So we still have the rug pull. You can still trade it, but I would probably downsize just due to the risk of reverse rug pull and us maybe break and retest and squeezing through. Also, indexes, if this 685 breaks and we've been hovering like right at it for a while, then we could potentially see a bit more upside. Where's Garma? I think, I don't know if he's here. Everyone, they're gone. Samina, Lerald. They might have left, actually. I think there's a bug where even if they leave, they still show up as speakers. So he's probably over with Jack, maybe?
I'm here, but doing things. But yeah, I think they might have joined Jack for his last day.
Oh, Samina's still in here.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I might go pop in there too and say hi and bye at some point.
Yeah, you good, bro? Leaving a review on WAP. Yeah, if the WAP thing doesn't go through, Wait, Sumina, you still here?
What is that?
If you hop over to theirs, remind everyone to go do the review or the survey.
I got
And then
you.
I'll raffle it. I'll raffle it off around lunchtime. So if I don't see it in by lunchtime, then it's too bad.
All right.
All right, thanks, man. Beaver, if the WAP thing is messed up, don't worry. I think we've had a few issues. Just DM me on Discord. If I see a DM that you tried, then we'll figure it out later for you to leave it, but it's not a big deal. Do I change the default? I don't know what the default is on Dark Pool. Again, I just come in here and I just toggle between all 4 timeframes until I see levels that are close to us. Because I don't, even if it's a bigger level, I don't care about some Dark Pool $20 above price. If we're busy, we're right here. So I think if I had it toggle to 45, these lower Dark Pools actually weren't showing up. So again, I just mess around with it each day until I see levels near. Do I not have it on for QQQ? Yes, like QQQ Dark Pools are basically useless. They're all too far. But the SPY ones were helpful. All right, again, the 742 is shrinking off a lot. But still, the 742, 743 could potentially be a ceiling. 685 has still not broken. This is really weird movement today. Not weird movement, but yeah, there's a bit of divergence in how these are moving. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I don't think we're cracking 400. Yeah, it's too bad. All right, we'll give away 1 month. Yeah, Sui. Yeah, no, you don't have to thank me. That's you guys are the ones executing here. So, I'm just hopefully helping y'all see, learn to interpret them and read them a bit better yourselves. Bounce off 743. Potentially, there's not much confluence, right? It's just SPY in the dark pool. SPX, QQQ not really helping that thesis. So I probably let stuff mellow out. Like I think we've had some pretty nice moves, so probably wouldn't be hunting too hard to make something happen. How to interpret lower growing on coin? Oh, so if you see like really, I mean, right now these are still about like a third or a quarter of the king node. If these start growing big time, like they're 70%, 50%, like they keep pushing volume, then that just makes me a lot more hesitant to long the floor, right? Because what that means is maybe 140 is not low of the range, one of these is, and then you're not trying to long off the top of the range, right? And we end up breaking through. So coin is gapped down enough that I'd be really surprised that if we do flush. But all right, coin had earnings. Did I miss something? Why is this? But yeah, so I'd probably still be looking at 140 as a floor, unless these continue growing to something alarming. Yeah, I don't. If they had earnings yesterday, I probably wouldn't even trade coin. Just leave that alone. Yeah, Sherpa, you already caught your moves. There's nothing else you need to do. And you can stick around if you just want to chill or ask questions, but yeah, we don't really need to look for anything else. Yeah, 685 finally pushed through. We had hovered there for a good like 10, 15 minutes. We'll see if 743 in this dark pool. But again, there's no confluence at this point. So this is very different setup here versus like the call scalp or this bottom of day. I'm not really interested by now in any of that. Yeah, so I don't. Yeah, any questions? I don't know. I might not. It's not going to be too much going on again in the index side. So I guess we can go over some questions if anyone has them. Yeah, I mean, Sherpa, that's how they do these things. They'll take any assumption that people make and then just rip it against them because they know it'll cook people. So It's just generally the less expectations you have going into the day, or like assumptions you make, the healthier or the safer you're gonna be, right? So then you're just gonna be reacting to what's happening in the moment. So like, and you'll see this like when I hop on these, I have no idea, right? I come on, I'm like, yep, macro, I got no clue. Just waiting to see what levels we see. When do we have confluence, whatever. It's just, I mean, in my opinion, that's an easier way to trade. You're not stressing. You're not like, oh no, like, am I wrong? Am I right? You're just reacting off what we see, right? Until power hour, we have to see sometimes earlier than power hour, you get good setups. Like sometimes at like 2 p.m., you get something nice. Sometimes lunchtime will move nice, but I think we've had pretty solid moves. So Spy Runner 150%. Nice, Dama. Hope you have a good weekend. Yeah, see you. Yeah, see you next week, Adama. Looking forward to that. Rafi, if you trained left runners and then you just ran out of runners, that's fine. You managed that appropriately. Worth looking for a double top? Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna retrace this full move. This is a big move down. Like, I'll be clear, right? $15 QQQ. I don't think we're gonna V-shape $15, but we'll see. There's big 690 in the way. Double top on QQQ, I think, is basically not gonna happen. Spy maybe. Yeah, exactly. Yes, Jano. Like, people start putting in these assumptions. Again, I always go back to it, but like last September, like everyone, oh, we're gonna have the red September. It's happened 14 out of 15 years or some stat like that, and then boom, green September, right? So more kind of assumptions you put in like that, you're just not asking to get cooked, but like you're just not being open to anything happening, right? Yeah, Sherpa, exactly. And day trading is very fast paced, but if you can lower your risk enough so you're not stressed out all the time and you get used to the rhythm of it, yeah, you don't have to be, up at 11 p.m. trying to figure out what was said at some random press conference and whatever. Yep, Rafi, that would be the cleanest thing I'd see for shorts, right? So maybe we double top Spy, we hit 690 around the same time. But let's see what happens there. Crow, it depends what you mean by fun. If it's like, oh, I made $500 yesterday, now I'm having fun, that's not good, because then it's very money driven. But if it's like you're still trading small size, you're just feeling that you have a more comfortable read and like, enjoying trying to see your thesis and see it play out, then I think that's a healthier way. But no, like I think I enjoy the market a lot, right? To me, it's like a bit of a puzzle, right? Where it's like, okay, you got to assemble a thesis each day, try to figure out when do they align, right? See when it all comes together. So like, I think it can be enjoyable in that fashion. So if that's the case, then I think good. But if it's like, oh, I made $100, then that's the more dangerous one. Edgerine, yep, no problem. 690 growing. Yeah, 690 is picking a ton of volume there. But again, 743, we still got to clear. We got the dark pool. We got a decent reaction here. I would not have wanted to play this because there's just no confluence, but it is playing out. I think, yeah, insane. Exactly as you pointed out. That's what's going on. Play the rug? There's no rug here on Spy. The rug pulls up here 744, 745. This is just a negative node reaction, reversal. Yeah, sure. But yeah, that's true. Like, it can give you a bit of context, but if I have that stat and I don't see it supported at all with the maps, with my charts, I'm not going to go off that stat, right? Like, I think some people start looking at the stats as the truth, right? Which is, that's when it gets extremely dangerous. Yeah, Crow, okay, Crow, I think that's fine. Yeah, you're probably right. Like, a lot of, probably like data analysis people, engineers, like, it does match that kind of mindset, right? So I think, yeah, for me, I just didn't like my job, but like my background is in engineering. So for me, it's always been, this is more of like a puzzle kind of thing. Yeah, this dark pool is actually playing out really nice. Again, I wouldn't have wanted to trade it because there's no 2 out of 3. Confluence, but the trade is working clearly. Craig's in here. How you doing, man? Yep, CCAN. So like, I mean, like, it can be confusing too. That's the other thing, right? It's a lot of stuff to put together, so like, it's not simple to do. But you know, as you continue progressing, you feel that your ability to assemble a thesis, right, gets better and better. All right, looks like the dark pool did work. Small scalp, 685, road jammed it, so blocked more downside. Hope you remember. Sherpa, yeah, I'm not. Yeah, what Glitch was saying the other day, I don't even know if that stuff comes true. I wouldn't know what to do with it. So I'm not. I'm pretty simple. Well, I think I am at least. I think I'm pretty simple the way I live. So I'll still probably be in the group, hopping on the live streams for everyone. Is it a peekaboo on SPX? Actually, you're right. The 7450 popped in for a second. It's right on the fringe. So I have my Atlas set to 25%. It's right on the fringe. So it looks like it popped in. Gave a small scalp there. That's a good catch. I did not even see that, Cardo. Do I ever look at how negative notes change? No. No, Crow, I don't do that. I mean, yeah, like it's the level's weakening. But no, I don't think of that as like, oh, it's a peekaboo stepping in. I mean, I've never paid attention to it. Maybe there is some correlation there, some pattern to pick up, but I haven't. It's not something I've ever looked into. All right, Nico, you entered us on 740 for 743. When we were all the way down, it went red, survived, and made 20%, got out. First trade ever. Yeah, a Badar. So they shot really deep under 740. So again, I don't know. Like there was a note here on SPX, but I'm almost positive if I go through the recording, I wasn't very confident in this one, and I don't know why. But for some reason, I didn't. I guess it was chart thesis. I was looking for more of a level. That might have been it. So yeah, it worked out, Badara. You had to hold through a ton of drawdown, but yeah, to me, what you should look for next time is maybe what was the difference between the 740 bounce, 738 bounce, and then that'll help you. Maybe in the future you can flip and at least stall out and wait for the later entry. Google? Holy shit. Yeah, Google smoked this rug pull. All right, yeah. I mean, I didn't think it would just blow that cleanly through, but I was suspicious enough to at least not trade, not want to trade it either way. So hopefully that helped. Who said this? Shark Ray. Gonna go watch Spider-Man. Have fun, man. That sounds cool. I think my brother watched it yesterday. Oh, he played the Google reverse rug. Oh, nice. Okay, I don't think there's anything to be frustrated about, right? Like if you're going 1 for 2, that's fine. You're break even. Just come back Monday, I would say. Like I've had some really, like I've had days where Glitch will come on. He's like, you know, this is 5 for 5, and this is pre-Falcon, right? This is when he was doing it. It's like, oh my god, I caught 5 trades, perfect, whatever, and and I was red, or I had just 1 trade, break even. So it's just going to be times like that, right? Like everyone's performance will vary. So easily today, maybe you're break even, few people are green, but tomorrow, not tomorrow, but like let's say Monday, a ton of people might struggle. You flip out and go 2 for 2, right? So I think don't be frustrated in terms of like what actually ends up playing out, right? If you went 1 for 2, that's fine. You're not losing money. Just come back next week, see how it goes, right? It also depends the order of your trades. That's the only other comment I'll make, LK. Like if your first trade was the green one, then probably a good habit to have is, everything after a green trade should be half size or something like that. But I think part of it is like, 50% win rate. It's all good, right? No losses. It's just a flat day, right? A flat day is always better than a red one. Yeah. Glitch has It's different, right? Like Glitch been watching this stuff. We've been watching heat maps for 2-3 years. So for him, it's just like he looks at it in 2 seconds. Here's what we're gonna do, and it plays out. So obviously for like anyone newer to it, or even people like even myself, I'm not even close to reading it how Glitch does. So yeah, it's just don't get too frustrated as well when he's saying like, oh, you should have caught this and that. Like look at it as a learning opportunity. So like a homework, right? Anytime he's saying here's calls, puts, go to the replay mode, try to figure out what he was doing, right? But don't get frustrated from any of that. Google call small loss and contracts now 6. Oh, yeah, Quant, that might be a sizing thing. You're not truly sized for 0, but wait, why'd you sell yesterday? Quant, I think the other big thing, don't monitor brokerage when you're in a trade. If you play Google reverse rug pull on 332 and you never look at your brokerage again, you would have been okay. You would have been like, oh, we're holding my level. We haven't broken below. Here's the reverse rug pull. Let's see what happens Friday. So, monitor the chart and the heat maps. Don't look at brokerage. Sometimes that'll scare you out. Yeah, like, Google thetaed you yesterday. I don't know how bad, like, I don't know how far down you were, but your levels were holding. So you got to, that's your thesis. Your thesis has not been invalidated. Where can you follow me? I mean here, I don't know. I guess my YouTube. Yeah, here, I'll send this in there. But I mean, yeah, I just live streaming here. I'm live streaming here. Not next week, but most of the week I'll be live streaming. So, but yeah, I appreciate it. Rock D. Oh, okay, that's a really rapid. Okay, in the future, anytime you take a trade, can you pause it like 10 minutes and then just don't do anything again for another 10 or 15 minutes? I think you may be going like we're too rapid fire back to back. Because even within 10 minutes, I don't know how you would even. I don't know what 3 trades would even be possible. Like, I mean, 0DT is fast, but it's not that fast. Jack's last day, so he's got to give it a good performance, I guess. Yep, Schulte, that will happen. So hopefully, Schulte, in the future, what you'll do is you take the walk after the first one. Yeah, so it's okay, Quant. I mean, it'll happen. You'll get stopped. I mean, I couldn't tell you guys how many times. Like, I remember when I first started, right? I'd be trading. I used to trade UPST a lot, Upstart for some reason. Like, it moved really nice. And I think it was a Thursday or Wednesday. I loaded some contracts for like 10 cents. Like, they're hella cheap because there's some weird node flashing downside and like a half, sort of ceiling. Took forever. I just sold it out. I was like, oh, like this looks bad. And I had sent that idea out. I used to like chart, sort of like what Jewel does, where like I'll chart and then send that trade ideas out, whatever. And yeah, those contracts went like 1,000%. And then so like Glitch added me after. He was like, oh, Nico, like, holy crap, 1,000%. So I had to tell him I got scared out. So it'll happen, Quant. Like anyone at the beginning is gonna struggle, right? But as you build a bit more, as you watch more and more of these setups play out, you'll build some of that patience, some of the confidence, and long term, it'll reduce, right? Are you correct in thinking trading is just a game? Yeah, for some people, it helps them to look at it as like a game, right? Where it's like you're waiting for the right conditions to be met, and then it's like, all right, let me give this a go. From the monetary standpoint, no, it's not a game, obviously. Like, obviously, it's very serious, but yeah, Crow, I think I get what you're saying, Crow. Yeah, I agree. Trading is just patient. Yeah, a big part of it is patience. Oh, it's mostly individual take. Okay, can you send them to me? Can you DM them to me? I want to take a look through them. Okay, that makes a lot more sense that you took them in quick succession, but I still want to take a look through them. Because so I'll get your response later today or tomorrow. Okay. So what Claude's been telling you? Yeah, you got Claude coaching you too. Even the AI is telling you. Why is Jack's last day? He's switching to some like a personal, I don't know, job or work or endeavor. I don't know exactly what it is, but so it's his last day being able to stream, I think, a full day. I think he says sometimes he'll be able to hop on like late in the day, I believe. But I assume it's something personal because he hasn't been like too open about it. So I don't know. Back to green today. Nice Schulte. All right, meta. Yeah, we'll see if. Thing is here, we've already pushed so hard on indexes. Yeah, meta does have some space up if 550s, you know, if we use this as a floor. But I don't know, at this point, like, we've already pushed so hard on indexes and a lot of individuals. Now I want to look for puts. But at the same time, I don't see a good put thesis. So that's why I'm just watching. Thanks, okay. Yeah, for taking. Just try to give me a sense of like what your trade idea was, what you were doing, and then I think that we can chat there. Okay, appreciate it. 740, yeah, 743 dark pool and spy node is still slowing stuff down. You had a dream Jack was in med school. He was your doctor, bro. What am I reading? After the morning flush down, is this the third test of the dark pool? Oh. Yeah, I guess technically we did break under, retest dark pool, and now this is second, now third. Yeah, I guess so. Either way, I'm not trading this dark pool because I don't see any confluence for a ceiling. But yeah, I guess you're technically right. And also the 685 has been a floor, right? So this is a very tight range. If you're looking 743 down to 685, this is not much space. So I just wouldn't even bother trading it. Going to the zoo. Nice, Forbes. Sounds like fun. Wish out, you know, I haven't been to the zoo in years. Had cousins visiting a few weeks ago and they went without me. Dark pool gets weaker. Yeah, it's not that the dark pool gets weaker. It's just that dark pools are just support resistance levels, right? So any chart level that gets hit over and over and over, likelihood of it breaking through is going to increase, right? Are we in puts or giving up? No, we're in nothing. Puts, you can justify puts with the SPY and dark pool, but I didn't like it because 685 is limiting the risk reward, and then we don't have much confluence. We kind of have this little sneaky 7450. It's like right on the fringe of being a, you know, significant node, but I think to me we've already had two really good moves down and up, and then so I'm not too bothered to find much else. Hey Mule. All right, looking at the SPY chart, would you say it's leaning towards going to 746? 746, why? High a day? No, I don't know. I mean, this is my whole point. Like, I don't really try to predict where we're gonna go. There's not much point in that. I just look at what is, like, when I read a map, I just look at what's bullish, what's bearish at every instance, and then when there's an absence of one side, then you know that's usually a good time to take the other one. So I mean, I would be QQQ double top for sure not happening. So even the SPY double top's looking pretty tricky now. This SPY 743 is holding a lot stronger than I thought. All right, 450 is playable as what? I don't know if, and we kind of have a rug pull here on QQ. On Microsoft, you want to short it maybe off 452 down to 444 as a target. 445, I mean. Especially if indexes, if this tops up on indexes and we flush lower, then this Microsoft will have good confluence. But I don't know if you meant 450 as a floor. No, I don't think so. Because then you have that 452 right as a ceiling above. SPY will dump. All right, sure. But yeah, it looks like we're getting started of a dump here. Let's just see if the 685 holds again or not. Do you have any advice filtering dark pool? Yeah, to me, dark pool is just confluence. I mean, I always look at what's the chart say, what does the heat map say first? Dark pool comes in after. This is like step 4 or something. So now that's because I traded for a long time with no dark pools, right? Atlas didn't exist. There were no dark pool levels. So I was just going off charts and heat seeker. So it's what I'm used to. Some people are a lot more dark pool experienced, so they'll use that a bit more primary. Cardo, dotted horizontal lines are dark pool levels. Yeah, sure. But I think you're done. But yeah, it's a good. Let's see if you read. If we get a bit of a bigger move down for puts. Oh, annual pass to the zoo. That's sick. Champs, if you're looking at 3 or 5 minutes, it should be the same. It's gonna be the same structure. Yep, Jewel, you're pushing up 28%. Yep, you can trim out, leave some runners. Test of 740. Yeah, that'd be a pretty nice retracement. The issue is 740. 740 along with 7425. These levels are not held at all. Like they give no reactions all day. So I'm not trusting them too much. 40%. Nice, Jewel. No. Okay, it's okay. That's what I'm here to do. And this goes for anyone, right? If y'all have some trades that didn't work out and you're like, you're struggling to figure out why, or you just want my feedback, like just start screenshotting these heat maps, go into the replay mode, whether you're on Discord or on the website. Screenshot the heat map, the chart, like tell me what you're thinking, right? And then I can go through, check on my own and just share some feedback, right? I mean, like y'all should be reviewing your own trades anyways, all the time, unless you're in a very consistent spot. If you're not doing so, then feel free to journal it in the DM with me and we can text about it. But if you're able to explain your thesis over text or out loud, it forces you to think more critically about it, right? So there's been times people text me like, oh, I took puts here, whatever. And then like the next message is like, oh, I see what was wrong. Like this was not good, right? So it's also it's good for y'all to be explaining it out to someone else. Didn't realize you need 2 days to pass an account on. Yeah, always check the consistency rules on all these prop firms. They'll catch you off guard. Then you'll make 2K in 1 day, and then your max was 1,000. Now you got to make double, and so it's like they can get really annoying. Yeah, 740. Again, I consider it 740 or 7425, but the fact that it's not reacted like at all day is a little off-putting to me. Actually, Roku. Is the Roku ticker just Roku? Or is it Rock? What, Roku off 146 here maybe is what you're looking at? Puts? So that has been tested 3 times. Yeah, probably skip. I don't know what's going on with this 140 node. That's complete false. Take out the bottom on indexes. Nice. Yeah, Diamante, text me everything. We can chat about it. Good entry for puts. I don't know. We've tested this dark pool level a good 3 times. Or like, I've already come and hit this level quite a few times. What I feel helps when I review my own trades. For me, it's like I said before, this is not just when I review, this is just in general. I argue both ways, right? Like you have to, when you decide a thesis, you're always going to look for what favors you. So you have to build in this habit of arguing against yourself, right? Of saying, look, this looks really good for calls. Oh, but what would be the risk, right? What is the put side argument? And that's always something that I find incredibly useful. And yeah, of course, like you also want to be noting down, okay, like I was 40% drawdown here, but I got a win. Clearly my thesis was correct, but my entry was terrible. Okay, so how am I going to fix that in the future, right? What would have been a clue that I can enter 20% later or cheaper, right? Also note down if you do struggle more on the mental side, try to note down some of like just your life habits that are going on. Like I used to trade really bad when I didn't sleep a lot, right? That's something I only recognized after I started journaling a ton. So it's just while you're in the phase that you're still trying to figure a lot of stuff out, write down everything you can, right? Because any bit of information might be, you might notice the pattern that you're missing that you hadn't noticed before. Faye, what platform are you on? Is it Tradeovate, Project X? Most platforms for prop firms, they let you set in a max gain per day. So if you're on Tradeovate, your max is 1,500 on a 50K account. You can just go in there and put 1,500 and it'll stop you from trading at that point. Why are SPY nodes all purple, all negative today? I don't know. There's not really much point trying to figure it out. It's like some days they're all positive, sometimes they're all negative. Doesn't matter. You just need to know how to account for each one, right? We know the negative nodes will undershoot. Like you saw over here, right? 738, we undershot it a good 20, 30 cents. Even the earlier bounce, 743, 742, we undershot 742, like $0.50 then bounced, right? Doesn't matter which one it is. If you know how to account if you know what type of behavior you're expecting for each one for price, then that's what you want to do there. So it was third tab, but like someone had asked about puts. They actually are working. Yeah, Faye, go into your risk settings and TraderVate. You can set a DLL. So DLL is a daily loss limit, and then you can set a maximum. I forget what the acronym is, but maximum profit, whatever something. But yeah, set that up based on the rules. Okay, give me a second here, y'all. I need some water. Okay, thoughts on stop loss versus size for zero. Because high conviction means shouldn't we have a decent size to profit off A+ setup? So like a recent reject, aim for a quick sell. No, I just size for zero, Lone Jager. Like size for zero, you'll still be able to make good profits if you have, once you can get enough contracts, leave runners, etc. But like, let's say you're playing way too tight of a stop loss. Let's say this low day play, right? 30 cents a drawdown. I don't know how tight you're talking, but like if you're really, really tight, that's going to stop you out and you're going to miss this whole move. So for me, always size for zero. I mean, no, whoever took puts, Jewel, you're good. This is alternate Jewel. The real Jewel is streaming. Quick analysis on Hood. All right. You want to buy on spot for at least 2020. Oh, it's a long-term Hood. All right, give me a second. Let me pull up the daily. Long-term Hood. Are you playing this level here? Shoot. If you're playing this support resistance, that's the only one I can see. Otherwise, you'd be looking for way lower, down to like 63, maybe 70-ish. But yeah, Sadek, I don't know if that's your thesis or not. I guess we can look at Hood as well on the. Let's check the further expirations. How's this work? People like this. X. Yeah, it is majority upside. This is a ton of upside, actually. Yeah, it's looking more bullish. You'd want the support resistance that I pointed out to hold, though. That'd be good for your entry here. But yeah, when you start going more long-term pieces, like maybe this week doesn't look great, but maybe see if next week we put in a Gex floor and you can play that just to kickstart the long-term pieces. But yeah, you do shy away a bit more from the Gex. You still want to see if you can pick out a good entry though. All right, yeah, this level held again, but again, I don't know. I mean, what I said when we first hit it at like 1040 still applies. So. Seven, 4, 2, 5 growing, so they're all pointing down. Yep, but just because they're all pointing down doesn't mean we take puts, right? Should be on the top of some kind of ceiling. So if you're not already in puts, you're chasing, right? I know I say it a lot, but like if you think in that fashion, you're gonna get limited to probably like 1 or 2 trades a day. But that's what you should be doing, right? You take 1 or 2 really good trades. You don't chase. Keep the discipline. You're gonna do a lot better than if you're chasing 3, 4 trades a day, etc. How do I think about percent of account per trade and then how much should be in day trading? Yeah, so Diamante, I'm actually the opinion that like if it's a big long-term port, you actually shouldn't day trade. Like you should just have separate accounts. Just because a lot of people, they'll see a big long-term dip and then they'll be like, oh shoot, like I need to fix that, and they start day trading too much, right? And they overtrade just trying to fix their their P&L curve. But long-term, it's expected you're gonna have some pullbacks, right? Just how the market operates. So actually, firstly, I recommend splitting it. And then if you're talking about percent of account per trade, I would say if you're comfortable, you're probably going towards 5, 10%. If it's a more like aggressive kind of port. But if you're still learning, you should be trading literally the minimum, like 1 contract a SPY, 2 contracts a SPY. And then if it's like, I know some people trade like IRAs and stuff, right? So if it's like you need that like that money long term, you probably want to be risking like 1 or 2% maybe per trade. Hopefully that answers your question, Diamante. If you have any follow-ups, you can just text. Long term is different. So, like if you're doing swing/day trade, like short-term swings, like 1 week, 2 weeks with day trades, you're probably looking at taking. I would not have more than like 30-40% of your capital deployed at one time. Generally, like right now, I don't think I have over like 10% of my capital deployed. Whether it's day trades or swings, they're all combined. But that's because I haven't liked all the news cycles and all that, so I haven't really trusted overnight. So I don't want to swing, right? I want to be a bit safer, do a bit more on the day trade side. Long term, if it's like a bunch of shares and stuff, yeah, then you could probably have more capital deployed, but it's a little bit different. How to not get out too quick? Rock the part of it is just having runners, right? Even if it's a lotto, if you got 3 contracts, trimming 2 of them at 50% allows you to leave that other one with a lot less stress and like without having to watch it the whole time. So, part of the reason Glitch is catching 400 or 500% is because he got 200 contracts. He already sold out 180 of them, right? And he's just dealing with a few runners. So he doesn't really care at that point. He's already made his money. So like runners is really the best way to catch some of these larger moves. Okay, not sure if I'm able to do this. Glitch posted on Discord below. Wait, what? Should I be looking at last week's? The dump all week was 660, 300, 500 on SMH. Big reversal. I think what he's just saying is like those are all just major levels, right? So like if we go to SMH, like those are big macro levels, right? So I got SMH on the daily. It's a bit too much. Give me a second here. Oh my goodness. I need to get this bug fixed. Well, not me. I need to complain to the developers until they fix it. SMH was a huge VEX target, right? For a while. Right. So like, I mean, that was just big downside. Obviously, SMH is going to steer a lot of the semis, right? So big downside risk. Once we go and tap that, like we had the big sell-offs, we get very, very close. That's already telling you, all right, this is a level. Yeah, it was a downside risk, like sort of a hedge on FOMC. And now you're looking at it and saying, all right, we can reverse off of that, right? Off of that strong level. So like once you get some of these targets achieved, then that's also a clue that we can potentially, I think 7,300 as well, right? That was like $20 off, I think, by close on the Wednesday. So I think he's just saying there, like, take note of some of these major levels. And then, once we approach them, it's, again, the reversals are, be expecting a reversal. So I don't know. Yeah, hopefully that helps LK, but I think he's just, those are some of the major levels that happened this week, right? Same with QQQ today, right? It came up, tapped it, gapped up overnight, slapped it, and then huge drop. Double bottom QQQ. Yeah, we'll see if we make it down to that 680, but yeah, I'd be considering that. We do have that 740, 7425, which again, getting back to what I said earlier, we haven't reacted off of it yet today, but potentially that'll step in. Those levels have definitely gotten stronger. Last time we hit 7425 on the way down, it was like 20% of king node. Right now, it's basically the king node. So definitely a lot stronger than the first time we were at those levels. Yep. So yeah, I'd be considering 740, 7425 a little more seriously this time around. We'll see what happens. See ya, Crow? Yeah, it's all good. It's a learning account. What matters is just that if you're catching the patterns, that's what's important. ORB, break and retest. I haven't used it myself, but I think it's a viable strategy. Anything like break and retest is still reversal minded, so I think it's okay. I can't speak too much to it because I don't do it myself, but I think Garma does some of the ORB stuff. I don't know if he does break and retest or like how he plays it, but I know he does. So probably, if you go watch some of the recaps on his YouTube, I believe they should match that style. All right. Yeah, or B as a confluence. Perfectly fine. Perfectly good. Why isn't it feasible to play to the node on SPY? Because heat maps are dynamic, right? So what is a target right now might disappear, or might go lower, might go higher by the time price keeps moving, right? So when you start taking stuff as a guarantee to go hit, you then risk, what if it's like a moving target, right? So if you're trying to hit a moving target, it can always shift up against you or like completely invalidate you. So that's the big risk there. So yeah, sometimes it will work out perfectly fine. But the more consistent, safer way to play is just say, okay, we know there's a lot of positioning here. There's likely to be a heavy reaction at these levels. Let's just wait for that level to hit and play the reaction off of it. That's always going to be the safest way to trade these. And there's typically always going to be one or two or maybe a few more entries a day the safer way. So, I'd rather not try to catch some of these riskier methods if I can just play the safe way, right? All right, let's see if the 740, 7425 gives some kind of reaction. If they dip and undershoot those a little bit, that will align with almost a double bottom at 680 on QQQ. So actually, this is not looking bad at all. Let's see what happens though. MFA again, that's up to you. Like I know some people will scalp in that fashion, but even if it's a scalp, I'd rather see that there's big space for movement and not introduce that risk, right? That's just, I guess that's how my mind thinks of it. So like, why not go for the move that could go bigger? Even if you're going to scalp it, you scalp, leave some runners, you can get a bigger move. Like, why not do that? Right? So like, you can't always be thinking like, I need to get every last drop of juice out of the market, right? It should just be like, what are statistically going to be the best opportunities for me? I'm thinking of taking QQQ 690. 690, that's probably way too far out the money. But yeah, we have these levels tapping. So it looks like we may be bouncing early instead of undershooting, but got big confluence SPY SPX. QQQ's, yeah, it's definitely bouncing a little early, but that'll happen. So let's see if we hold this or not. Got a small reaction there. If not, then yeah, probably just wait for the undershoot, see if we tap sort of double bottom QQQ and then get a push up. Let's see what happens here. I think so. We'll have to see. And I don't know for sure. Yep, MFA. Yeah, so it takes time to have the patience and to get out of the like, oh, there's still a little bit of move left. I'm going to try to catch this little bit. It takes time to get out of that mindset, but it's definitely going to help you if you do. So let me see. I mean, on futures, it's been a tiny move. It's up like 20 points on NQ. But it looks like we are getting a little reaction here. Yep, those of you waiting for 680, that's probably safer, right? You do a double bottom, 680. A little more aggressive, maybe you try it a little early, like right here, right? Like the bounce that we were having right now. I'm not looking at options premiums, but futures, this pushed like maybe 30, 40 points. Not a huge reaction, but definitely something there. Seems it may not be a sustained push. Maybe they do want to come sweep out this low day before they get a bigger bounce. We'll see. So we do also have this SPX. So the low of day, double bottom is going to be what we bounced off of earlier. We have this big reverse rug pull SPX, QQQ 680. It's a lot more divergence now, actually. So QQQ is going to hit 680 before SPY will double bottom. So it's, again, wonky divergence happening a lot lately, but it's a part of the market as well. The divergence, I think, is I used to think like, oh, like it's just a phase. It seems like it may be sticking around a bit more than we want. Yeah, him's at this dark pool 27 floor. You see the VEX does have some upside into next week. The OPEX is pretty split, but next week, yeah, maybe him swing into next week is potential. The only thing I like on Hames is not like a great chart level. Like, not at all. We just chopped through it last time, so that's the only other thing. Like, it's more of a dark pool heat seeker play, but the chart is not like great on it. If we break through the negative nodes on SPX SPY and bounce off QQQ 680, do those become ceilings? We have to see, but I think by the time we hit 680, these might actually just be undershooting. So it could be that we hit the negative node, undershoot it, and then they're kind of still in confluence. But we have to see. It's hard to predict, right? Like when there's divergence, how extreme or not the divergence will be. But so we just gotta watch, see what happens. Yeah, it looks like pretty small reaction for now. So maybe safer would be if we wait a little lower. Yeah, no problem, my dir. Jewel 1 reached through me. What? Reached through me, forget to exit. I don't even know what that sentence is. Okay, but if you came back, all right, yeah, nice. Okay, so Jewel 2, or Jewel that's in here, caught a very nice move. Ah. Yeah, let me see if I can somehow on options chain. Let me see. Maybe on Webull I can see. So I guess this, like we slowed down this bit of reaction, but this looks very, very minor. So I don't know if this was actually something scalpable much at all. Probably not. This is a very minor move. This went from. Oh, I have delayed quotes on Webull? What? No, I'll check this later. Yeah, so again, small bounce. I think peak I saw was like 40 points on futures. No, 50 points. So small, quick reaction. That one on options is probably too tight to even pull more than like 20. But I can't look at options chain right now, so I don't know. I don't know the exact like premium you could have pulled there. But we're still at the level, so we'll see. Potentially still hold all this. What we also have here is a lot of the upside targets have faded out quite a bit. It's like 695 is completely dead. 690 is faded out. Quite a lot of volume. SPX is really our only one that's still lingering some volume upside. I guess SPY 743 as well. So we're still holding here. How do I use futures? I mean, it's the same stuff, right? NQ is correlated QQQ, ES with the other two. So, all right, we are bouncing here. All right. So I thought the options were slow moving, but by now, definitely this was solid trade there. I'm kind of mad. I trimmed my futures too little. I could have made another 100 points or something there. or close to it. All right, hopefully someone caught that one. How do I use? I mean, yeah, again, same levels. You just have to have like a price converter. That's about it. But it's I like futures because overnight levels matter, right? And if you go to TradingView and use the overnight, like they don't show you from 8 p.m. to 4 a.m., which is super annoying. So you got to use futures sometimes to get like some of these overnight lows and highs and all that. All right. All right, yeah. So I think a couple people had mentioned this one, so hopefully a couple people caught this. But yeah, there's the bounce. All right, yeah. I mean, to me, if y'all go into replay mode. Oh, TradingView added it. Oh, sweet. Well, guess we're not using TradingView anymore. I'm using Atlas, but I guess if that, well, if TradingView has it, then Atlas does too, right? Because they always have that gap. No, see, they still have the gap, right? So you see here, it jumps from 8 p.m. to 4 a.m. So that's what always. That's why I always ended up using futures. And futures also just good to. Like, a lot of people will try it out just to see if they like it. All right, whether you join late or whether you're here all day, like, please go check replay. Check replay 9:35. I don't recommend trading close to open. I don't like doing it, but there was a solid setup there. Check the morning dump, the scalp here at 9:50, the pump here at 10:15. Even this dark pool drop, I didn't like that trade personally. Like, I didn't see good confluence, but you know, you did have dark pool aligned with spiking node. And now this trade right here, right? Like, I think there's been 4 really good moments, 5 if you include this dark pool here on SPY. So, I mean, yeah, I don't know what to say. I mean, okay, this reaction is a lot crazier than I thought, but if y'all, it doesn't matter if you caught them or not, but you should be going back, looking through and seeing, okay, what was the setup there? And taking note of that, right? Again, this is all pattern recognition. The more trades you see, whether it's in hindsight or not, that's still going to help you. All right, so yeah, well, off the entry I took on futures, this is up 130 points on NQ. How do we know it's going to bounce? Yeah, you have the confluence 7425 and 740, right? 2 negative nodes. So again, I said safer. Yeah, you would have waited for 680 double bottom on QQQ, but definitely these SPY levels. And they had not reacted earlier in the day, but I think I had been pretty clear, right? Like, this 7425 I pushed to be a king node, which it was never. The first time we hit this from upside, it was like 20% of the king node or 30%, I think. So a huge shift in volume to like buff these up a lot stronger. And again, I wouldn't have expected this crazy of a reaction. Like, this is a really strong candle here, but the signs were there. So if you caught this bounce, you should be trimming already. If you don't trim on this huge green candle, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, true, J-Wang. Yeah, maybe you take a partial, and if we hit 680, you add in, or if you're very safe, you just skip this one and play 680. It's fine, right? So if you were waiting for 680 and missed it, that's okay. You're playing the more conservative entry. You're following your rules. What was my entry price on NQ? I had 28,127. I trimmed too early though. Actually, I got a bit. It was going a bit slow, and I cut it too early at like 30, 40 points. Or Camino, do you need me to text the price? 28,127.75 for MNQ. Yep, this is a case where like 2 of the floors are a little early, the SPI, SPX. But you know, if you have the majority of them being a little early, maybe that tells you, oh, we might not hit that 3rd floor. All right, Pablo 90%. Wow. Okay, nice, man. All right. At this point, I don't think there's any point looking at anything, right? Lunch is about to come up. This is like I said before. If y'all didn't go through his replay, I'll make a recap video on this point on this, or maybe I'll be able to splice some of like the stream. But to me, there's some very nice moves today. I'll be honest. 60% up, nice shark ray. There's some like very nice confluence moves today, right? So I'll make a video on this. But regardless of video or not, I think this is something, y'all gotta, this is something you should be doing as a habit, right? You miss a move, go check the replay, right? Be like, was there a clue? Was it a good setup, etc. And you can do it. Go back to Monday, Tuesday. Go back 3 months ago. And just study, right? The more you study all this stuff, start seeing how the confluence is working, when are we reacting, see big reversals on the chart, then go pull up the Trinity and then say like, okay, let me go into replay. Or if you're on Discord, you can still use the timestamp replay mode on Discord. I used to study with Discord replay all the time. It's a little slower, but you can still do it. It's same data. So, but y'all got to be doing this continuously, right? Otherwise, it's going to be hard to build that pattern recognition until you start just staring at this stuff over and over and over, right? Okay, well, yeah, so again, you get these really strong surge candles. You want to trim into them. This is exactly why. We've already reverted half of that move. All right, any other questions? We got like 15, 20 minutes. What I'm going to do after this is I'm going to, let me think about this. I'm going to end this stage. Jules going to hop on. I'll join that one, and then I'll do the raffle over there. So I'll let Jules start talking. I'll go through, get a list of the raffle, put it into like one of those little wheel, like spin the wheel websites. What I'm probably going to do is I'll just spin and then check after if the person's done all the reviews. Just because it's, I'd have to do some kind of AI thing to like check all the WAP and all that random stuff. MP, so you think your range bound until end of day move. Wait, let me read this. 740 is where you have buyers on SPY. Line in the sand. A lot of 730, 720 puts expired today, so you think you're going to be range bound until end. Oh, this is also end of month. Maybe that's why we're moving so much. Usually end of month you'll get pretty healthy movements. So I think we may be range bound until the end of day move. Let me think here. Yeah, we do have 743, 740 sort of trapping us in this range. 680 big floor. I'd say there's more of a downside floor right now. Upside, yeah, 743 is capping a bit, but there's less of like a hard ceiling I'm seeing here. But I think with all the movement that's happened, we'll probably chill out. Like I agree with like the whole chop thing. Going into lunch, we've already had a lot of nice moves. The ranges have gotten a lot more restricted, right? 685, 684 are growing as well. This will help the SPY sandwich. So yeah, maybe we start ranging a bit more MP. All right. So again, everyone, let me text Joel. Let me make sure he's ready to go. Give me a second here. Okay, yeah, so to be clear for the raffle, right? Firstly, like what is it for? It's for 1 month of free pro subscription. If we somehow manage to get to 400 results, which I doubt, right now we're at like 370, 360. If we get to 400, I'll raffle off to 2 people. If we stay under 400, it's just going to be 1. What do we have to do? We have to, I'm going to send the link to the announcement. Y'all gotta do the announcements in the y'all gotta read the announcements in the server. Let me send one here. And actually, no, it's on a banner. If you refresh the app, it's at the top. Where is this announcement? I thought I sent it. Oh, here it is. Wait, give me a second here. Copy message link. So maybe I'll give this a bit of time because some people may not be aware, but there's the announcement. I sent the link for it, but also the banner. So if I refresh my Skylit, does this show up? Yeah, do you see the top here? So last call to do the giveaway. So do the survey. Then you need to leave a Trustpilot and WAP review. The WAP reviews are a little buggy. Like I've seen some people say the button doesn't even show up. So if it does not show up for the WAP review, just send me a screenshot showing that you tried, and I'll count that. And then the Trustpilot as well. You can go leave a review there. If you're already a pro annual subscriber, then I'll extend you by 1 month. So you still get a free month, regardless of who it is. Wait a second. Glitch just tagged me. Oh, let's just tagging everyone on the Skylit team. Okay. So again, it's the survey review, and I'll give y'all some time. Maybe I'll do the poll. Maybe I'll go eat lunch and then we'll do the raffle after, so people have some time to do it. But it's the survey link, the Trustpilot, and the WAP review. So 3 different things. If the WAP review is bugged out, no, I'll check the screenshot after. Like what I'm gonna do, I don't feel like verifying all this before. What I'm gonna do is just based on the survey, I can pull that out of Excel, out of Google Sheets. I'll just spin the wheel based on that, and then verify live while I'm on the stream. So if I see your survey reply and then you don't have the other 2, I'll check, and then you'll just lose, and I'll just spin it again and find someone else. So yeah, I'll ask for verification after Base Trader. Heat maps for the stocks on my watch list are all over the place. Yeah, there's been a lot of movement today. Neto. Wait, is this Neto or Net Zero? Net Zero, I guess. Net Zero Trader. There's been a lot of movement today. A lot of tickers. For whoever asked about HIMS, we're getting a small reaction here. I don't know. Yeah, maybe a HIMS swing into next week. Who knows? Might be good. I don't know. HIMS pops a lot on like news and stuff, but so I don't like trading it too much, but setup looks decent there for whoever asked earlier. All right. Yeah, no problem. Net Zero. Any other questions? Yeah, let's do that. I'll stay on answering a few questions, but once Jewel hops on, I'm gonna end it, go eat lunch, and then I'll be back after lunch. That'll give people time and like tell people over there to also get focused on the if they want to enter the raffle. Oh, and the other thing, if you want to enter the raffle, you cannot do an anonymous survey. Like you have to put your email or your Discord. That's just the only way for us to get a list. I tried to think of some way to make it like anonymous, but that you can still do it, and I could not figure out how. All right. Any other questions? I can go through questions for like 10 minutes. Give Jules some time. It's a good way to screen. Not currently, Pablo. No, there's not like a smooth way of like, oh, here's my list of 100 tickers, which ones are approaching. But I guess with Forge, that'll be a lot easier to. That'll be something you'll be able to implement a bit more of, I believe. I used the wrong email. Okay, if it's a wrong email, that's not gonna. Again, I'm not doing a bot through this. Like it's not a bot scanning and checking your WAP and whatever. It's just me. So since I'm doing it manually, it's fine. And I guess if most of y'all are on the stream, that also helps, just in case there's some kind of weird confusion. So how about this? Let's say, let's do 1 p.m. Should I do 2 p.m.? Let's do 2 p.m. just to give people time. That gives me some time. I got to record some videos too. So let's do 2 p.m. Let me announce this in the server. How do I? Yeah, raffle will be done at 2 p.m. EST on Jules live stream. If how do you bold something? If we reach 400 replies on the survey. Yeah, hopefully Glitch doesn't get mad at me for this. We will raffle 3-month pro. 2 people. 2 members. All right, I sent the announcement out. Any questions for right now? Otherwise, I'll cut this soon. 2 p.m. Yeah, 2 p.m. Eastern. Let's just do that just to give people a bit more time to pack in their responses. Yeah, Jewel just hopped on. I'm gonna hop off. I'll let Jewel. A lot of y'all can filter over to his. Again, hopefully this was helpful. Hopefully a few of you caught a few. Whether you caught the trade or not, hopefully you guys are understanding how I'm building my thesis, right? So again, this is my style. I'm a bit more conservative than a lot of people in the server, but I think there were some very good opportunities today. I actually like today a lot. So yeah, hopefully it was helpful. Hopefully a few of you had a solid day. And then, yeah, be safe over lunchtime. Lunchtime is always a bit wonky. And then, yeah, again, 2 p.m. If you haven't done it, we'd appreciate the feedback, right? At the end of the day, this server has a lot of the features implemented, a lot of the way we've operated, well, Glitch has operated Skylit has been very feedback based. So just recognize that like a lot of the stuff y'all do is appreciated and is put into the tool eventually, right? Like the fact we have 10 dark pool levels today is because one of the first guys in the server, I think he was the first member in Asgard, and I know him really well. I joined like really close to him. He asked for this a few days ago, right? A couple of nights ago. So I messaged Terry and like we got it done, right? So it's y'all's feedback is how we progress the tool. So we really appreciate it, and be honest, right? And have it be something that's don't just say like, oh, the stages are good, right? Try to tell us what can I do better? What can we all do better, right? Like we need feedback on how to improve, right? Not just like, oh, this is great, right? So if it's good, that's good, but like try to make it something that we can actually, something actionable, right? That we can use to improve the service we're providing, the success team, the product, the documentation, anything at all. We want to hear it. So it takes a bit of time, but we appreciate all the, everyone that does give that feedback. Okay, any other questions? Otherwise, I'll hop off here. Y'all can merge over to Jules' stream. Looks like this bounce. If you had runners, this is still going. I thought it was gonna mellow out, but trim into this dark pool, please. Don't count on this breaking straight up. So like trim, leave some runners. Have a 4 across like Trinity. Wait, Goldust, can you leave this in the survey or DM it to me? What do you mean 4 across? Like 4 charts? I think you can do well, you can do the 2x2. What do you mean Trinity? Well, the thing is ES has no heat seeker data. Heat seeker is based on options. So whenever we have ES data showing, that's just derived levels from SPY and SPX. So like when we pull up ES1 here, then I come in and I say, okay, we're doing derived. Am I tripping? Oh, I don't have the overlay on. Whoops. Okay, so when I click derived, this is now showing SPX and SPY levels. But I think what you're saying should be possible, right? Goldust? Or am I misunderstanding the question? All right, let me figure this out for you. Everyone, I'm gonna use Trinity and not use QQQ. Goldust, what's your Discord username? Can you DM me what you're looking at and what you want? I don't think I'm understanding what's going on here. Right, but you can do it, right? You can pull up SPX, SPY, QQQ, and ES. This is something you're already able to do, right? I gotta be misunderstanding something. I swear I'm not. It's not clicking for me what you mean. Oh, okay. So you just want this. Like you want this format, but then just a 4th vertical chart. Okay, I understand. Can you DM that to me regardless? I think someone had asked for that already. But the more, sometimes when people ask for the same, like several people ask for the same thing, you would push it a little higher to the priority list. So can you please DM me that? Okay, yeah, sorry for the confusion. I wasn't I wasn't getting what you were saying. Thanks for explaining. Okay, thanks, Goldust. All right, anything else, anyone? Otherwise, I'll cut this. I've been uploading all these to my YouTube as well. So like I mean, you can obviously go watch the replays in stages, but I don't know. Some people might like YouTube more, so I've started stacking all the videos in here. So yeah, if it's helpful info, to me, the most helpful thing on my YouTube is still Heat Seeker fundamentals and the trade recaps. But I guess if you want to go replay any of the live analysis or maybe feed some of this into AI or something, I don't know, then maybe that will be useful as well. But to me, the most useful stuff on my YouTube is the Heat Seeker fundamentals and the trade recaps, in case any of y'all have not watched those. Okay, any other questions? Otherwise, I'll cut this off here. So again, everyone enjoy their lunch. Don't do anything crazy. Have a good morning, so don't ruin it through the afternoon and the lunchtime. Honestly, you should probably just be done trading. If you caught anything at all in the morning, just be watching stuff if you want to learn, but no need to overtrade. Okay, everyone, I'll cut this off here. So thanks all for joining, and then I'll see y'all at 2 p.m. I'll set an alarm, otherwise I'll forget. We could 2 p.m. we'll do the raffle, so make sure you guys go do all the surveys and all of that. Okay, thanks everyone. Appreciate y'all. Have a good lunchtime. See y'all later.